Okay, so I know it's extremely hot today, but but we, I must talk about it from here as we see the sea. They're doing innovation. Normally there is nice shade over here, but they're replacing it, and there's no better time to replace the shade than the middle of the summer. Why not do it in the winter? I don't know, but it is what it is. So I'll do it quickly. So this is the port of the old city of Jaffa. Jaffa is the same city, once again, different pronunciation. Behind us, it used to be the walls of the city, but at the time they built the walls to be actually an actual houses. Okay, so we just left. Simon the Tanner house was just over there in the corner by the sea, and we're at the port of the city. Of course, this port is more modern with concrete. Okay, from the beginning of the 20th century, when Jaffa port was very, very famous. And why is that? About 250 years ago, something unique happened in the orchards around Jaffa. There were orchards of citrus, and a new type of orange started to grow in one of those orchards. Okay, it was the best orange in the world because it has a thick layers that it's nice to peel. It was really sweet, okay, and it was really resilient. So they start to breed this orange around, and by the end of the 19th century, the beginning of the 20th century, everywhere in the world, when people wanted to eat a nice orange, they would eat an orange that will have a sticker on it that say Jaffa oranges. Okay, when Israel was established in the 1950s, not many people knew it. Israel was established as a very, very socialist country, almost on the verge of being communist. Okay, and one of the things that people really believed in is the labor, the Hebrew farmer that cultivate the land. And the oranges specifically was one of the main sources of income in Israel. In the 1980s, the economy changed for many different reasons that I'm not talking about at the moment. And today we just sold the brand Jaffa oranges. People still grow citrus here today, but not in those numbers and in the different methods. And the sticker Jaffa oranges is not an Israeli sticker anymore. We sell the brand. Okay, so today they're making Jaffa oranges where? Where they make everything in the world? In China. Okay, so if you see an orange that say Jaffa oranges, it's made in China. And it's not the original tree, they just bought the brand. As they've done with many, many companies that were big companies in the world, Pilot, Akai, even Philips today, everything today is made in China, Saab and other, okay? But the port of Jaffa is not famous for what was leaving the port, well, it is, but not what, but whom. Who is very famous for leaving the city through the port of Jaffa? Jonah. So what's the story of Jonah? Is a fascinating story, okay? The story of Jonah is an amazing story that I must share quickly now because it has a lot to do with the previous spot. Jonah is the first and only prophet in the Old Testament that was sent to the Gentile. Okay, God appointed Jonah, a Jew from here, to go to Nineveh. Who live in Nineveh? The Assyrians, the most horrific people that live on earth. Okay, the Assyrians were very famous for brutally killing people. They would hang people from trees. They will cut women bellies with the children inside. They will burn people alive. They were horrible, horrible people. And God sending Jonah, okay, to the Assyrian. Jonah doesn't want to go there. What I have to do with them? I have nothing to do with them. More than that, those terrible people, they would not accept the word of God. There's no chance. You know, they just the other day, they arrived to a town and they killed them. I don't want to go there. So Jonah tried to escape God. He going to the port of Joppa because it's an important port, and he go on a boat that will take him far, far away. But then there is a storm, and every time the sailors, they're making the lots to see whose fault is it, every time is Jonah. And eventually he told them, throw me to the water. God of Israel is chasing me down. You cannot escape God of Israel. And they throw him to the water, and God sent a big fish that will swallow Jonah whole, and Jonah will spend in the gut of the fish how long? 3 days, okay? Like 3 days that Yeshua was in the tomb, right? And Jonah will pray over there, and then the fish will spit him to the shore. Okay, and what Jonah is going to do? He's going to carry first he's going to take a shower, but then he's going to carry the word of God to the people of Nineveh. And actually the people of Nineveh listened to him. Okay, now the story of Jonah is very, very interesting story. He been through a trial of water, some sort of baptism. Okay, he's sent by the Gentiles. He's sent to carry God's word to the Gentile, not to the people of Israel. Okay, and he spent 3 days in the tomb. If you want, is the prefiguration of Yeshua, almost. Okay, almost the prefiguration of Yeshua. Okay, and it's from Jaffa. Okay, so this is one event that takes place over here. And then 800 years later, give or take, maybe 600 years, we'll have the events of Peter in Simon the Tanner house. Okay? Peter, that was Yeshua's follower, that he'd been told to lead the people. Okay? What is Peter's original name?
Simon.
Simon who? Simon, son of Jonah. Simon, son of Jonah, he will start to see the picture where Jonah will start to see the picture. Okay, over here in the port of Jaffa, that Jonah said, okay, no, I have to carry the word of God to the Gentile. Okay, Simon, son of Jonah, aka as Peter, he'll say, what do you mean? I start to wonder, is God talking about everyone, all corner of the earth? We have to read the gospel with deep understanding of the Old Testament. They are combined. They go together. You cannot read only one. Nothing happened, by chance. Okay? There is an idea. There is a meaning behind every incident and every location. Okay? When you stand over here, you see one, you see two, you can make the connection. And it's very important to understand those connections. Okay? There is no mere chance. Okay? It's not just a lottery. Okay, let's go to Jaffa. No. There is an idea. There is a meaning, okay, behind it. Yeah, let's take a group picture.